And we live. GM.
GM.
Jam
How are we?
Jam. Oh, Marty's got it too. Jam Jam.
Yeah, I don't have those cool ones on this guy.
Oh.
I don't have all those the cool
You
little
gotta
animation
download
features.
Metaverse.
Yeah, it's the metaverse plugin for the brain.
It's the old V3 meta plugin.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I've been going down this rabbit hole lately of VR accessories, like different ways I can plug in. I think I told you about my recent like VR uptick and obsession. But I'm ordering a gun so I can play Pavlov in my other games and not. It always feels weird when you're playing the shooting games because you're holding the two controllers and you want to like your character has like an assault rifle, so you're like, what the fuck am I doing with two handles? Um, yeah, among other things, Amazon's a dangerous place for me right now.
Did you get anything on the Cyber Mondays, Black Fridays?
No, only because I was on Amazon.
Hello, I'm
for
back.
hours. There we go.
Oh, welcome.
Howdy, cowboy.
Yeehaw!
Yeah, I was looking at that. That's what kind of started my search down the black hole. I was like, damn, I should probably buy like a controller gun for this thing. And I'm like, oh fuck, it's Black Friday, so all weekend long I'm gonna be able to look at deals. And then I just thought to myself, like, why am I buying this shit? Like, I really don't need it. I'm not gonna use it. And then after, Cyber Monday passes, Black Friday passes, I'm like,
Now
I
you
really
need it.
fucking need
Yeah.
that. Now I need
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Oh, how's everyone's week?
Oh, we're just doing something new, building something a little new, trying to put the team together, working with a group of like-minded individuals or not like-minded individuals. It's great.
You putting together a team?
Yeah, we're assembling a team. There is actually 4, so we'll be building some cool shit and we'll be doing some new shit. So hopefully, we'll contribute to society even less.
Denton, how does
Mm-hmm.
it feel? How does it feel to be in your milady skin?
Yeah.
Yeehaw! It feels good, except it's not my milady.
Are you borrowing it? Or is that the one you can just?
It's one of the featured ones. Yeah, I'll set it up with mine later.
It's not really you don't need to do much to set it up. You just log in with your wallet.
Yeah, I just don't have that one because it's on a ledger. I just plugged in what I had.
You just gotta pull it out of your ass.
Yeah.
I don't. Are all the ladies mapped, rigged?
I think
All
so.
the ladies are, yeah.
Oh, they are. I've been waiting for
you
my
sound like-
my tubby cats to be rigged for like 2 years now.
You don't want to be a tubby cat anyways. You want to be an Anata.
Well,
Yeah, I mean,
Tracks the mouth pretty good.
well, fun fact: the tubby cats are actually the origins of these Anatas. If you really think about it, like the devil cat is what created this devil cozy, and the Cheshire cat.
Dude, it tracks your blinking.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, this is like your first time in the metaverse, bro. Welcome.
Wow, this is crazy.
And wait till you can get your hands or your individual fingers.
Whoa.
You can even hit them with
with the little.
Got him.
Oh,
got him.
I can't do that.
No.
You do that.
I don't have
Hey.
hands yet. No.
Yeah, he doesn't have the tracking yet.
Oh.
Now Denton
I
is
got
gonna
too much going on.
Denton and his little shitcoin circles is gonna be just like, I can't help myself. I bought 10 Anatas.
Yes.
I'm trading Anatas now.
You can be anyone you want in the metaverse.
You just have to plug in, bro.
I'm just.
You're totally welcome here. I want to do that poker in the metaverse. I think that would be cool.
I sent
Are my eyes closed right now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't see because they're actually closed.
Oh, you guys gotta talk to me. I can't see. I'm blind. Oh God.
When you close your eyes in the metaverse, you know, your eyes actually close. It's just crazy.
Yeah.
Interesting.
You actually can't see anything.
So dumb. Well, what's new? What's going on? It's I don't know what 11:30 Eastern. I
Yeah.
refuse to use any other time zone. So sorry.
Yeah, same.
I love it.
What's been going on? What's going on? I know I saw some Wormhole stuff. I know that Wormhole spun out from Jump either a few weeks or a few months ago. And then what, they raised 225 mil or something?
Yeah, they got some other grant. I think they already had a grant before too, right?
A grant? Or I mean, I think this is like a straight like Series A raise or something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
225 mil? Shoot.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
This could even be a fucking D or a C.
Could be.
Oh,
one.
is it actually a agreement for future tokens?
A wormhole token? A pre-hacked wormhole token? Post-hacked wormhole token?
Someone say new token.
It says token warrants on it.
God.
I
Don't let fucking
I thought those were out of style. You know, I thought the last 6 months everyone was like, we only want equity because from a legal perspective, there's no claims on equity through tokens. There's only claims through like income streams through equity.
Just sounds like the bull market's back and people don't care.
Yeah, it sounds like,
Well, I
yeah.
was gonna say it must be back if protocols that have been hacked for over $300 million are raising.
Hey, they
paid
as
that
much
back.
as they were hacked for.
Yeah, you either fucking are in or you're out of the
They
race.
paid.
you know?
They got hacked
have
and they
time.
made everyone hold though. You know,
Yeah.
Jump
Yeah.
ate that loss. And then
Oh,
remember
I
when
remember.
they got that one guy through Oasis. Remember, they got like 190 million, some crazy amount back.
Jesus Christ.
Because remember, Oasis changed their proxy, and then do you remember that, how that big issue?
I remember it all going down.
It sounds like
mostly
another
remember them
fucking
paying
day
it
in the
back.
metaverse. They closed their eyes, you know.
Yeah.
At
Really
that
close.
time, it was just another day. Like there was so much shit that was going on at that time, and everyone had so much money that it was just another hack. No problem. We'll pay it back.
Look, it
Hundreds
tracks
of
your
millions.
eyebrows too.
No problem.
Are you seeing this?
Can you see? My eyes are closed, so I can't see. Tell me.
All right, now do do the Elvis. Do one eyebrow.
Wait,
Yeah, just do one.
I'm trying.
Can you notice mine?
I'm trying.
My eyebrows are so small you can't tell.
Fuck yeah. So we got a little wormhole warrants. Wormhole warrants.
Yeah, what are they going to
Sponsored, but
build?
not
What are they going to build
backed
with 225
build-
mil?
They're gonna build a multi-sig. And
Wormhole,
gonna
if
get
you're
points.
listening, you could take, I don't know. I'll be kind, okay? You could take 20 mil of that and buy Solana OTC so you don't pump the manlet's golden token any higher.
Move it over to
You
Arbitrum.
could bridge it to Arbitrum. Yeah. So that, there's actually things for people to do with their soul.
I hear there's great yields for the
Oh,
soul
I
token
heard-
in Arbitrum.
Oh yeah.
I heard that yields are amazing
Mhm.
over on Camelot, GMX, and this options protocol called
Very
Premium.
juicy.
Mm-hmm.
Very juicy.
When is have you talked to the guys at the other protocol who's looking to support them in the near future?
No,
I know
but-
that it's hard to talk to them. Have you
But
heard-
that's public.
Okay. So
I
have you
think
talked to Magic?
oh, you know where I saw it? I saw it on their forums, on their governance forums.
What did you see?
So there's 4 different assets. One of them
What did you see?
is GMLP, which is if you put the SOL into GMX and you're underwriting, you're the liquidity for GMX SOL perps, then you have something called like GMLP, and they have a SOL flavor, obviously, and you can use that as collateral to then underwrite stablecoins, MIM stablecoins, Abra's product.
And when is that going to go live, or is it in voting?
I think this week.
We're so back. We're back. People are raising on on token warrants again. People are launching new stuff on chain. OKX, I guess we can mention it, right? Launched in Brazil with BTG Vintage Actual,
But,
which is a bank here.
Dude, Denton's been trying to tell me about some like space moon, Doge to the moon.
Oh yeah.
So
Doge
what
one.
is this?
Doge one.
They're launching a rocket to space funded by Doge. It's gonna have the logo on it. It's gonna be big.
That's literally
Wait,
the
wait.
top, bro. That has to be the top.
It's going to $1.
Yeah, Doge is going to $1. It's preordained. It's actually written in the code. and-
Yeah, I saw it in the code base. That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, I saw it in the code back in 2013.
Yeah, you can't argue with math.
Back in 2013, people said, "What if it goes to $1?"
No, it's not a what if. Reading is fundamental. It's a going
It's
to happen.
when. It's
Yeah.
when.
Yes.
Suzu back as of yesterday out of
Oh,
jail.
I DM'd him, bro. I said GM, and I bought Sue Premium Telegram because he didn't have it.
Oh, really?
I gifted it to him. I'm not joking. I seriously gifted Suzu Telegram Premium today because he didn't have it. You know, like what if he wanted to send a larger file or something?
It's gonna be literally a satellite with a screen that's gonna broadcast Doge images and logos.
The last
You
time I
think- you
DM'd
think
him, it
Suzu's
was
gonna
to
be
tell
on the
him
rocket
that
too.
Yeah.
the last time I DM'd Suzu, it was to tell him it was because he shared something about theta nuts. So I told him I was gonna crush him.
Mm.
Oh, yeah.
Listen, I've been buying random crap on Solana, and unfortunately, I hate to say it, but it might be Solana season. Because
Yeah, I heard it. I heard
So-
everything's going up.
yeah, you just buy random NFTs.
Yeah, you're not a
and
good trader. You're not a good
You-
trader. It's just all
yeah.
going up.
You just buy a random NFT and it's up 10% in like an hour.
So you're up from 20 sol to 2 sol,
Yes.
22 sol.
Yes.
Are you twapping 94 cents every 2 minutes?
I'm literally playing with the money I got for free from the Solana phone. I'm gonna run it up to, I'd say, 1 million.
That's a
How much did
fair.
the Soul Phone give? How many points?
So you got an NFT called the
The
Klenosaur. Yeah, and I sold one for like 30 Sol, and I sold another one for like 20. And then you got a bunch of smaller airdrops. So it's like
So it paid for
1,000,
itself.
3. Yeah, it paid for itself plus a couple more thousand.
And this guy Ansem said Sol's going to 10,000. And when it hits that, me and my boys, we're gonna throw in together to buy a jet ski.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
I saw this funny meme.
When
that was, like,
people
going
start
off
buying
about-
boats and shit again, I'm selling it. I think that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
The
wow.
TVL is strangely not really that much up.
Is
Though.
it like Vertex? Just all fucking laundry washed?
I don't know.
I can tell you that I saw that Blast has more TVL than Solana now.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
it's
gonna help
up,
out.
but it's not up as much as you would think from all this hype.
Which one?
The Solana TVL.
Oh, I don't care.
One
I
guy
mean, we
in
rag on it all
fucking
the time,
Texas,
but like it's gonna
one
be
kid,
fine.
one kid fucking did like all the TVL on Solana, right?
I mean, it's
Like,
literally
most
up
of
the,
it's-
the same amount as Solana is up. Like it's not even.
Most of it's in Jito. Like there's like 300 and something million, I think, in Jito. And that's like over half the TVL. If you're using the numbers they were comparing to Blast. I don't really even care. I could give two shits how much TVL, quote unquote TVL, Blast has right now, because as soon as they go live in 3 months, like
If or
what,
when?
50% of that is gonna come right out. Like, I mean, there's so much money that's airdrop farming point farming that right now. I don't.
Can't wait to use my points to buy my Anata new crown with some jewels on it.
Oh, I'm
I
farming
feel like-
points on Tensor actually on Solana. It's like NFT market.
Shh.
Sorry.
The old, you're a little Tensorian, huh?
Beep.
Yeah. Tensorian, huh? Our I'm just laughing because you can look at Denton, you could tell that he's just like getting lost, kind of like playing with his Anata.
With the eyebrows.
Yeah.
So fun, so fun.
He's like looking into a personal mirror in front of him, just like moving his eyes, moving his eyebrows.
So good, so good. But what else is new? What's going on?
The joy of a child. Well, over at the old Premia, we launched some new vaults
Messy.
yesterday. We got Frax and Frax shares now. It's been a long time coming. We've been talking to those guys for I don't know. I feel like the last year or so about it.
Doing something, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think in terms of vaults, we like pretty much are showcasing most of what we wanted to showcase at this point. That we can have a quote token that's not straight USD. That we can we have like wrapped staked products like the wrapped staked ETH. Yeah, so I think we're pretty set on our vaults for now. Now we gotta incentivize them. To start next week. But yeah, things are looking good for us. Everything should come together next week. I think end of next week we should be happy campers.
It's gonna be juicy.
Seems a rally formation.
Mm-hmm.
I saw it in the charts.
Mm-hmm.
You say I saw it in the charts?
Yeah.
Yeah, charts never lie.
Yeah. All my EMAs. It's so funny when you load up like OKX or Bybit, like the standard chart has EMAs on it, right? You're like, fuck is this garbage? You're like, get rid of all of this. I just want to make my neutral. I think my trading view is literally just like all white candles or something, like something just like super easy, super basic. So the more indicators that you have does not make you a better trader.
What are your thoughts on kind of the conclusion with the bankless stuff? Like I think after a few days and them making some clarifications, them
That guy got
taking a
fucking
stance that they were gonna,
rinsed on Twitter.
oh man, they were getting
Woo.
yeah, they were getting served for a few days.
Oof.
But I think making steps to differentiate yourself from the DAO, burning your tokens that everyone was saying, like how are you going to say you're a different entity when you're the majority
Did they?
shareholder? That's what they were. I don't know if they did do it yet. Just talking
I
about like
wasn't
what I
aware of
saw
that.
them discussing. They were discussing burning like the 30% supply that they held.
Hey, look. I mean, this
Changing
is a story as old as time, right? If you're gonna put out franchises and you let your franchises do whatever they want, it's gonna take down the brand, right? It's gonna bring down the brand. This is normal stuff, right? You can't be like, oh, we're gonna franchise our name out, and then they can do whatever they want, but if they're doing anything bad, we don't know who they are.
They could have called it anything else.
backed by, but not endorsed by.
Yeah, exactly. No, they could have called it anything else, right?
No, but the thing is like
their ass.
clearly in the ask was utilizing the name and the brand recognition, right? Clearly. And so then to come back and
never
be,
even watched
we're
one
totally
fucking
unrelated.
thing.
Why would you ever think that? Why would you ever think that we are close to the same thing? Like,
Okay, let's play devil's advocate though.
It's not in the game, it's in the name.
Let's pretend that they are very much completely separate, and like RSA and David don't have much interaction with, we'll say, like the stewards of the DAO. And those guys have their own podcast that they set up, that they run. If you didn't know, they do. I'm not speaking in like theoretical terms or
but the rates in which they were
potential
asking
features.
for that podcast were the same rate that normal
Trust
bank
me,
would ask.
I'm not arguing that fact. All I'm saying is that you could argue that because they're very like bifurcated from one another, that those guys did it yes, like with the same numbers, but maybe just using the numbers that those guys would use, that HQ would use, as like the baseline. Like, oh, this is what they could get like for a podcast and for doing this kind of stuff.
Yeah,
We could
everyone
probably
gets
get
that
it too.
easy.
Wait, so was there Bankless podcast and BanklessDAO podcast?
Yeah, there's two.
Correct.
Yeah, there's
Oh,
like the
Jesus. With the
Bankless
same
HQ
people?
podcast.
No.
No. The Bankless DAO, and that's why I'm saying this, right? Because like I think there's a lot of conflation between the two, and when you actually look at like the active members, you can see that they are operating like independently. When you see that they're kind of, they don't just have like a it's not the same type of show as like the HQ guys on their podcast. They're doing like totally different stuff. So you could see a world where like they just went and did this on their own, and yeah, of course they're leveraging the brand and the name because like by nature they're doing that just by having the name Bankless in their title. But I don't think that the guy who put it up did it maliciously, right? Like it may just be like, yeah, I mean, like this is what our brand gets, right? Like it's not about
Yeah, so
exploiting
that's what
the
I'm
brand.
saying.
Yeah, maybe they're just leveraging the brand name, but not like they're not maliciously trying to exploit the brand name, even though what they're doing is exploitative.
Wait, but it was founded by them.
Yeah, of course it was, but now they operate very much independently of one another.
Says them.
When it's
seems-
negative, when there's negative,
Yeah.
when there's
It
Literally
does
on
seem-
the
it does seem that way,
homepage.
though.
I've never clicked any Bankless shit ever in my fucking life. Okay, I just
Of
went
course,
to
because
Bankless
nobody
DAO.
looks at anything. Oh, I don't think you actually went to Bankless DAO. I was gonna say I
Literally-
don't think anyone looks at the Bankless DAO stuff.
I know,
Everyone just
that's
goes
where
to
I
the
went
Bankless
first.
website.
Yeah, so it says Bankless DAO was founded by David Hoffman and Ryan Sheen, I have no idea, Adams, on May 4th, 2021, when they airdropped 35K bank tokens to each Bankless premium subscriber. It's on the homepage of photos of them.
so
There's nobody else.
but they're totally different though.
Yeah. Because.
So it's unrelated.
I
I think you're missing the point here.
Yeah. But did you know that they're onboarding 1 billion people to crypto? So as long
That's
as
the
they
goal.
hit that feat, then it's different.
They both have the same directive.
I'm merely playing devil's advocate and saying, if you were to watch the Bankless DAO stuff, you could see that it seems as though they operate in like the initiatives and things that they're doing independently of the two at HQ, because it doesn't seem like they actually do anything together that's like public facing. That's all I'm saying on that. Like, yeah, I'm just saying that you could see after their explanation where maybe, yes, there are people at Bankless DAO that are doing their own thing and running their own route, and not necessarily.
This website looks like a fucking London FX scam. Sign up and
There's
hang
a
out
lot
with
of
this
those.
website.
Did you check out those websites when London put them up?
Yeah.
They all look like that. Yeah.
They all look like this website, dude. So funny.
But what obviously we have an academy product, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we
But it
don't
doesn't look
charge
like
we don't
this.
charge anything to put up our academy products. And I would say that
Trust me, that was the first thing I fucking said. Like again, like what I was saying isn't my actual thoughts, right? I was just trying to give some shine some light, give some benefit of the doubt. If you were to just look at everything that was presented, you could see that there's the non-zero chance that there's some people at the DAO that just kind of do their own thing. And they don't really interact with Ryan and Dave. But yeah, besides the point, that was my biggest issue with it, what you were just going into.
Ryan
it's
doesn't
their problem.
talk to David, but David talks to Ryan.
It's their problem. They use the name. Like that's the end of it.
GM, his mob.
Yeah, but like what DK was saying, like we have when you look at what the ask was for, not the amount, but like what they were going to provide on their end. you could just look at, you know, like what we've done at Premia for free as like a public good. And, you know, we've done a lot of that stuff for like options, right? Like, sure, it's not Arbitrum specific, but hey, we're native to Arbitrum. So it's hopefully funneling people to use Arbitrum native DeFi stuff. But, you know, it's a public good. It's free just because we felt like it's needed there. We're not asking for a back funding of $1 million because our time is like worth that. So that's the part that I was like, you know, this is like, get out of here.
Fucking grifters.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, instead of coming with an ask and say, like, we're not going to do this unless you pay us, do it. Get
And
some
then have
take up.
people pay.
Get some
a
take up
grant and
and
then
be
say,
like,
yeah,
look,
yeah.
we've done these that are, you know, that are in a good faith basis. Do you like this?
Even if they ask for like 50 stacks, like, oh, we need 50 stacks to hire a fucking, you know, design team and something else, 100 stacks, sure. But like, oh, we need $1 million to build an educational course. Like, yeah, come on.
I mean, and then I'm not going to bring this up. Some people did bring it up. I'm just making everyone aware of the context. There's a lot of stuff on there that you could do with some of the tooling that is available to us now in the AI space for relatively little cost, and then have someone, you know, go through it and you know, just clean it up a little bit, right? There's
Just
a
do
lot.
like a Marty grant, like free, you know, 9 ARB tokens, $10, you know, and we'll do it all.
One hat for the completion.
One hat, just one ARB token. Do a proposal. We'll do it for one ARB token, and just to say like, look, we'll fuck you, you know, like you don't need $1 million to put this up.
Yeah, well, I guess I mean, we're coming from a different perspective, but like, if I think you should do stuff on a good faith basis beforehand, and then be like, I want to expand. This would help me expand, and then come with an ask. Not
$1 million though. Wow.
I'm not gonna cover this, or I'm not gonna talk about this, or, you know,
Unless you pay me.
Exactly.
Yeah, but $1 million, you have an office, you have a whole team of people for fucking years. Like, you can go to fucking the Philippines and hire fucking.
You can hire a lot of
20
people. You can hire a lot
Hire
of
100 people.
Yeah.
Years with $1 million, and they're honestly looking at it like, oh, I can fucking probably pocket this, or, you know, put my expenses out on this $1 million. They couldn't even spend $1 million. Okay, I've never heard of an educational content taking $1 million.
You've never gone to
you obviously haven't seen the Premia Academy.
U.S. public school PTA. Yeah, you obviously haven't seen the Premia Academy either.
Because that looks like $1 million, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Tell you
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
If somebody wants to pay me $1 million for that, we can just add to the grant and add to the Premia Academy, and I'll do it for 50,000.
It looks better than what they were going to do for sure.
Dude, go look at their website. It looks like a London FX scammer, and the guy for sure drives a McLaren.
What's going on with the I should say, has there been any like further discussion over the, I don't know what you would call it, like the alert kind of, I guess, or like the people that kind of brought up issue with the way that Dolomite and Umami were using STIP? Has there been any like anything further on that, any resolution to that? Because I saw after that forum post came out, like talking about that a little bit, there was a new grant proposal put up by Umami. So I didn't know if
that was not on Arbitrum. That was for GMX. Look, I mean, I don't want to talk about. I don't want to drill down into it. I kind of want people to make their own ideas about it, but yeah, I'm
definitely not looking
there is
for
some kindling there for
take.
sure. There's some kindling there for sure, and then there's obviously people that are pointing out different things. But with that said, I think that a lot of the like negative stuff that is on that we see on Twitter is like, you know, just people because negative name calling and it gets a lot more interactions and attention, engagement. But yeah, I think some of it may be warranted, some of it may not be warranted.
I actually haven't seen any hate on Twitter. You know, I just saw the forum post that was kind of going in on them a little bit, and then you know, so I wasn't sure if on the DAO side of things, if you know there was talks and you know clear resolution, because then when it's my own mistake for confusing it, but then when I saw the grant like go up, I was like, oh okay, well I guess everything's good and in the clear. But we'll talk about it, I guess, once more info and there's more clarity on all that.
Is it Umami and Umami DAO? Is that what we're talking about here?
Yep, Umami DAO, and there was another protocol that there were just questions on, like,
yeah,
you know,
Cozy's going to be on their
specific
spaces
thing
tomorrow,
is.
so
Yeah. Is this kind of like that? I don't know what they called it in the States, that COVID loan, you know, where people are like faking to get money, and then at the end there's a bunch of fucking grifters. Not the Umami people, but you know, are there bad actors in this STIP program?
STIP?
Yeah.
We have not seen that. We have not seen someone that asked for money and then sold it and then said
did like a malicious act or something.
Like Trident DAO.
We haven't seen anything like that since the airdrop. Yeah.
That was like a while ago.
I mean, one inch did it too.
Yeah, I would say the STIP was able to, like the.
I mean, you got a KYC
and like the delegate process of.
You had the KYC to get that loan.
You KYC'd and you signed a legal document, like, you know, they got your name, they got your address.
Got people on that loan program in the States. You know, people like were in prison.
Oh, I know all about
getting
that,
loans. Yeah,
I know people from China that got those loans. There's like a bunch of like shell companies that are like actually the guy lives in China and he doesn't really actually have a business, but he got loan forgiveness.
He just has a company in California.
I mean, you know, he was in the right place at the right time. But they were just approving that.
We call that liquidity mining.
I don't know how true this is.
Cybling. That's a cybling.
I saw something a little while ago about like how big, like, you know, obviously like Chinese real estate's huge, but it was
Evergrande or whatever it's called.
Yeah, Evergrande. But there was this thing about how like people there are kind of psyopsed into like believing they need to own like real estate, and because like the prime real estate is so expensive, they buy like these cheaper like apartments, condos and stuff in these like ghost cities. Like they have these like cities all around the mainland China that are like fully built out, you know, like the exoskeleton of like it all is like all built out to where like
you know why
people could move there, but nobody moves there because they just want to own the property to then sell to someone else, you know, like in a few years when it costs.
Well, that's
more.
collapsing. But the reason that they allowed for this expansion and they kind of like incentivized this expansion is because the quickest way to grow GDP at a nation level is through real estate.
Yeah.
So
and it's something like
you can turn construction, you know, labor costs into significant amounts of, you know, on paper capital through real estate development. And so you incentivize that, you have this continuously growing GDP number that you present globally, even though the demand's not there. And then you get into the situation where people are buying up, you know, second, third homes, and everyone has a second and third home, but there's no one wants to live in these places.
They're not even like fully built. It's just like, you know, an empty, like, you know, nothing on the walls, like no water, like running water, electricity, anything.
But I think the way that these development companies work is that it kind of is like a Ponzi. Whereas
it is 100% a Ponzi.
Because you put your down payment down for them
While
to
they're
continue
building,
to build and
you're
build and
buying
build
on the
and build.
blueprint. You're buying on the blueprint.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so like they need this inflow of people putting down payments down on their third, fourth, whatever house for them to continue to do this expansion at scale. And that's kind of slowed, I think, to a stop.
Yeah, it's slowed, and what I was seeing is like when it slows, they just like drop interest rates to like nothing, and then when they
Start
need
it
it
back
to
up.
slow down again, they crank them back up, and so people like don't want to buy anymore, and it's like this ongoing thing, and that even though it's kind of collapsing, they can't let it collapse because it's like 35% of like the GDP or something is in real estate, and a bunch of it is like in these ghost cities that are just like all over the fucking country. I don't know, shit like that like really, really interests me. Like these
Like 15-minute cities. They're building those 15-minute cities in like a fucking couple months. Like what?
no, this is
And
like
then-
building fucking Chicago and then like but like not
There's nothing
finishing
there.
any of the insides of the buildings.
Yeah.
Like
They can house
absolutely
100,000, a couple 100,000 people, but there's just no one there.
Yeah, they're like stunning. You know, if they were vibrant and like there were actually people like moving around in these, they would be like absolutely stunning cities
Well, now they're all
in
falling apart.
comparison to like
But
but yeah, they're exactly DK. They're all falling apart and like completely empty, and it looks insane.
it's
But
insane how fast weathering and like Mother Nature can destroy like what we've built, like how fast it can reclaim.
There's cool urban exploration videos in these.
It's so crazy that like in
Abandoned
such a
buildings.
short amount of time, Mother Nature just reclaims that.
Just
back.
go to the Midwest, dude. Just go to the fucking Midwest. There's some fucking malls. There's all kinds. Go to half of Detroit, dude. You're like, what happened here, bro? Jesus.
dude,
Christ.
no joke. My
What
aunt lives
happened?
not far from there.
Go
and
to
when I was
Chernobyl.
going out there.
I've been there.
You've been to Chernobyl?
I was Chernobyl before they had
How was
HBO.
it?
Is that? And then you close your eyes, and then you turn into this guy right here.
How was it?
No, I did a full day tour, man. It was
How was it?
sick.
Nice.
It was sick. I went to Ukraine. I've been to Ukraine a few times actually.
Hey, Hunter Biden.
Biden. And one of the times, mostly went because I lived in Eastern Europe, but one of the times we spent the Saturday on a day trip to Chernobyl, and it was sick. They take you through everything. They show you everything. You get to go
Nice.
into the stalker areas.
Did you have a Geiger counter?
Yeah, we all got Geiger counters. You got to go through like
Broken
these
on
machines on your
purpose.
way out to make sure that you don't have like radioactive
Trace
dust on your shoes and
radiation.
stuff.
Nice.
But there's some places that are like that are like running water locations or like trees that like have sucked up a lot of like radioactive water and stuff, and like the root bases are like super radioactive. There's a old amusement theme park that's like super dystopian. That was like my favorite part. But you go through the entire
Call of
city.
Duty map, right? That's that.
Yeah, the Ferris wheel.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
the pool.
the entire like you go through the old like living areas, and that's all reclaimed by nature. And it's like super weird because some of it's probably staged, but also some of it's not staged, where it's just people just ran out, and like this shit hasn't been. It's been decades since people. You could see that people just ran out, like they left. And there's some people that still live there, and they're fine, and they've been around for forever. They just lived through it, and for whatever reason, they haven't had the health effects that other people had. And then you go into like the main city, and it's like a snapshot of time of like communism versus capitalism, and like the transfer of how things were starting to move. Because like that city was supposed to be a showcase,
like the Chinese ghost house.
Or like
it's supposed to be like a
people
showcase
working
of
in the
what communism can build, right? Because there's a lot of people that worked at this power plant. And they were just starting to get online, like a supermarket, like a Western supermarket. They're like, look, well, you can have communism and you can have this Western supermarket.
It was
And
like young people that were doing fairly well for the standards.
Yeah. I mean, they're high-paying jobs.
It was
but
like a supermarket, but it was fucking Kmart.
No, it kind of. I don't know what it looked like at the time, but I could see it being like North Korea-esque, right? Where it's like, it's like the showcase part of the town that they take you to, and if you're a visitor,
yeah, one person has internet.
Yeah, it's like
Or just
you walk into the grocery store and all the fruit is fake, right?
Are.
Like they were trying to build a show. This is what communism can give to the people, but that didn't last very long.
Well,
you
that was
see
Mother
any?
Nature doing its work.
Did you see
Yeah, you get to see
any,
like the
or did
three-eyed
anyone tell you
fishes and
about?
like the
Yeah,
deers
that's
with
what I was gonna
multiple
ask.
antlers. It's crazy.
Yep. So you did see mutated animals. That was my main question I was gonna ask. Because like if I go there, I have to see some like two-headed wolf or some shit.
Yeah.
Just look in the mirror, bro. It's all good.
I'm a cat, not a wolf, fucker.
The two wolves inside you.
Yeah. Just look on each shoulder.
You know what my two wolves are? All right, before we were getting into Chernobyl shit, I forgot what I was talking about, but there was a point. It had something to do with
Ghost cities.
Ghost cities.
DAOs. Ghost City DAO.
DAOs, ghost cities.
Pay the
Bankless.
ghost. What's Pay the
Umami
Ghost last
Burger.
night?
Bankless City.
Bankless City. Exactly.
Bankless City. Yeah.
You guys ever looked at like
yeah.
Cabin?
Where?
The Cabin DAO?
No. What is this? Please
So-
tell me. Do they?
So in the DAO world, it's actually very forward. Like it leads the way in a lot of the DAO efforts, and a lot of the stuff that they're building is where like DAOs will go to make sure that they can provide a service for Cabin DAO, because they are very DAO like evangelists. But what they do is they pool together money, and then they buy like homesteads that people can then, live on as like a co-op. It's very, 70s hippie mixed with the DAO, but in the modern age.
Like they live at like just outside of New York on like their own compound, but they're so close to.
Yeah, I mean it's
civilization.
how most cults start, right?
Yeah.
In a similar
Eco.
fashion, right? Isolate the
I
people
need
away
to
from
buy-
society, and then to kind of change their mindset. But
Bullish.
I like the idea, and like the idea is that they'll have multiple locations. You can move freely between these locations if you're a citizen of the DAO. It's like the precursor to some of Balaji's like nation state stuff.
Just work for fucking Google, bro, and just go fucking to any of their offices. Just go live
Yeah,
wherever
but
they
I
tell you
think
to.
it's like it's big with the homesteaders. It's big with like the hardcore
Nomads.
libertarians. It's kind of a cool concept. I get
I
it.
dig it.
I get it.
It's like a timeshare, bro.
You're kind of right. You're kind of right.
So how much is a or membership to the DAO?
It's a timeshare, but instead of you only getting 1 week, we put everyone together for every week. It's actually, it's much more scalable than a timeshare.
Do they move around together? Now I'm actually curious.
No.
about
There's
where-
different communities. I think
free
they
to move.
own. I want to say they only own like 2 large homesteads right now, and I think that there's maybe 35 people between the 2 communities. Maybe I could be wrong. This is probably a year ago.
How do I get involved? I'm very bullish.
Yeah, I think, and I want to say City DAO is similar, but instead of doing it, in homestead wise, it's like living apartment blocks, like an apartment floor that you can come in and book a room for. It's like a Soho. You know how Soho works? It's like you have a membership, and then you can go to any of the Soho like hotels around the nation. It's kind of like
They
that.
need that guy. They need that
There's
guy.
like
who did
co-working
Fire
spaces.
Festival.
It's like you pay this, be part of City DAO, and your fees for being a part of City DAO go towards these different locations in major cities in which if you're stopping in, you can have a place to stay. You got a co-working space. These are things that are like accommodating the digital nomad.
Yeah. Porsche actually did this, where you pay like fucking like $8,000 a month or something, and you can get whatever Porsche you want. Like, oh, I'm here in Germany, I want this one. I'm in the States, I want this one. 2 months, I want a different one. It's not like it's like a Porsche DAO,
Porsche DAO. Okay.
Yeah.
You can swap
Porsche
your
DAO.
Porsche out every few months.
Yeah,
You
like
don't- you don't-
on
well,
a
you don't own
weekend, like
anything.
on a fucking weekend. Yeah, you don't own it, so you could. Oh, I'm going on camping. I need a 7-seater or whatever, so they give you that Cayenne. Oh, I need a fucking GT3 because I'm going on a road trip, or to the mountain day. But yeah, you can pre-book out and swap out Yeah, it's called Porsche DAO. No, it's a serious thing. It's not called Porsche DAO, but I forget what it was called.
Porsche subscription. Let's
All right,
see.
I gotta jump, guys.
Later, man.
Peace.
Later, pimp.
Bye-bye.
Monthly subscription programs. Porsche.
Porsche app lets you rent the 911. The Porsche Drive
Monthly.
subscription. Okay, let's pull this up. This is
It's 4 G's a month, 2,000 miles a month, insurance, roadside assistance, and vehicle maintenance included, concierge service, complimentary pickup and delivery and pickup available for 20 miles of the participating dealerships. That's the multi-vehicle. The single vehicle is 1,700 a month.
Here we go.
There you go. Not bad, dude.
Ooh.
There you go. Arizona, California, Georgia, Illinois, Kentucky, New Jersey, Ohio, Pennsylvania's, Tennessee, and
15 cities.
big old Texas.
Interesting.
You have the 718, the 911, the Taycan, the Panamera, the Macan, and the Cayenne, all available that you can swap. Dude, that's a good deal, dude.
Yo.
4 G's a month.
I know
Looking
that if
for the-
I
dude,
were a
read
very
that,
rich
dude.
guy,
That's what I would do.
once approved, members can select a single vehicle subscription that requires a commitment to the car for a choice of 1 month or 3. There's also a multi-vehicle plan that allows for alternating between models. Pricing range from $1,700 to $3,200 a month, while the multi-vehicle subscription is a flat $3,600. Bro.
Dude, look at this. Take the Taycan for a weekday commute. Book the Cayenne for a weekend getaway with the family. Switch and drive the 911 for special occasions. The choice is yours. Come on, bro.
All right, so do I have to do like a year subscription and then it's like pay per month? And like how?
Oh, you probably just fucking. You probably have to put 3,600 down, and then every month is 3,600 bucks. Yeah, but that's multi-vehicle, right? You could do the single. What is that?
Yeah,
That's like 40 G's
Macan
a
was-
year.
The Macan was 1,600, I think it said. Like,
The
I
one
don't
car.
drive very much. Like, if I did, maybe I would consider it. But like, right now it's I own my cars, right? And like, I have no plans on buying a new one because the extent of my driving in the real world is like zilch.
Yeah, but in the
Maybe-
metaverse,
maybe-
it's high, bro.
But in the metaverse, once Hounds gets me my studio, the next thing we're doing is we're making a Porsche.
Fuck yeah.
I need a Porsche in the metaverse.
Oh, so I don't know. You're in California and New York, New Jersey, and you're just like a businessman or whatever. Oh, at the fucking airport, they drop you off a 911 in New York, and in California, you get the Taycan or whatever.
All right,
Oh.
so I will just say that if you're just trying to do it for a weekend, right, then Turo in the U.S.
yeah.
is 100% the way to go because you can
For
get
sure.
you can get Porsches, Ferraris, all that shit there, if it's like at the right time of year. I'm like a diehard like Turo user now. Every time that I travel, if it's within the U.S., I'm not using any other like car rental service. I feel like if like Enterprise or fucking one of the rental car services actually gave you nice cars, then maybe there'd be competition. But
Yeah, you
I
get
don't
like
know
a
any
fucking
less.
Hyundai Sonata. You're like, God damn it, dude. Why am I spending $300 for this fucking bullshit?
Yeah, to get a fucking Nissan Altima, spending
Yeah.
$200 and something a day, and I'm like, what the
Yeah.
fuck is this? I'm not driving
Yeah,
an Altima.
insane.
I don't even drive one back home.
I don't even
And,
drive here, bro. We have a car. I don't even drive. It's cheaper to fucking take Uber. It's seriously cheaper.
My wife drives mainly everywhere. Like, she took on the driver role.
Yeah.
Mainly because
Gotta get
I
her
was
that
always
Maybach.
working. I just had my laptop with me all the time, so it was like I was always on my laptop in the car, so it just became like a thing. Unless it's like bad weather, nighttime, she pretty much drives.
Yeah. Yeah, no, like, dude, I go to my mother-in-law's house, which is like 2-3 hours away. I go there once a month. That's it. I deliver all my fucking groceries, and Uber's so fucking cheap here. One time I took a 3-hour Uber for $60. Like, fucking, who cares? Like, just $60. The fucking gas is more than that, you know.
That'd be hundreds here. You would just
Oh,
take a plane.
fucking
You would just
thousands,
fly in
dude.
the States.
Yeah, thousands, bro.
Dude,
Jesus
things are
Christ.
so like disproportionately priced that there are like certain trips you could take where like a private jet would be more cost effective than flying.
I think we
first
talked
class.
about this. I told you, right? Jet sweet.
Yeah.
I had a buddy one time rent a helicopter in New York to get into the airport. It's probably the like I didn't know you could do that, and right from fucking Uber.
Yeah, right on Uber. And now they have one here called, or I guess it's everywhere. It's called
Dude.
Flapper.
The Airbnb prices in America are insane.
Oh, I
didn't
fucking
see
hate
that in
Airbnb.
Europe. I didn't
It's-
see that in Europe though. I felt
It's
totally
like-
cool in Europe, and everybody
Yeah.
was nice as fuck, and nobody made
I'm a
me
hotel
clean
guy
and
now.
shit.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
went back. I'm 100% like a hotel guy.
Dude,
I
it's
can't
crazy.
do Airbnbs anymore. I used
Yeah, like
to
I went to
love
Paris for a
Airbnb.
month though. I'm not fucking
Yeah,
going
that-
to a hotel for
well,
a fucking month.
I wouldn't. Well, if you're in one city for a month, sure. But like, I went to France for a month, and like, I wasn't going to Airbnbs in every city. I was just like, where's a nice hotel in the next city I'm gonna go to, and I would stay there. But the reasoning is like the Airbnb host got so fucking arrogant, and like feel
Yes.
like that they're doing you the favor by allowing you to stay in their home.
Yeah,
And
for like
here are all these
$300 a
rules.
night for a fucking
Yeah.
not fully cleaned up
And you have to do the fucking dishes.
shack.
Yeah, I'm paying you a $300 cleaning fee, and then I have to fucking like
And they're
wrap
too
up all the
cheap to
trash
give
and put it
you.
out to
They're
the
too
curb.
cheap to put in like more than like 2 espresso pods for like 4 nights.
Meanwhile, I go to the
One
hotel.
time they gave me one fucking espresso pod and it was decaf. And I was like, you're
Yeah.
a fucking asshole, dude. You're an asshole.
Meanwhile, at Chev LeBlanc, they're fucking licking my feet because I said that my heels are sore. Okay, like I don't even
Yeah.
have to ask. I just
If
look at my
anything
feet
is
and
wrong,
I
they
look
fix
like I'm in
it
pain.
immediately.
Yeah,
for
immediately.
sure.
You know.
Yeah.
So yeah, I have my guiding light that guides a lot of my decisions is can be kind of all drilled down to one word, and that's value. Like, it's not what it costs, it's is it worth it. Like and I think that like applies even more when you're going on trips. Like, one thing that I hate is when people go on trips and then they don't want to treat themselves. Like, you're on fucking vacation. This is the only time you should be treating yourself
yeah.
and spending
Oh, yeah.
money. And like, they're like, well, I chose this hotel because I wanted to save a little bit of money. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? This is the only time in your
Save
life.
money. Yeah, but I guess it's different, bro, right? Like, dude, we throw around like $100,000 like it's nothing.
I think it's
Yeah,
the
but I'm not
cost
talking.
to
I'm not.
quality
No.
ratio.
I'm
The
not
cost to
talking about
quality.
that, right? I'm not talking about like you need to spend 10 grand on a week at this place. I'm just saying that like the mindset that I'm on vacation to enjoy myself on a trip I'm only going to go on one time in my life, but I also want to be conscious of like my spend here. And for me, that I don't look at it like that. Like, I look
No.
at it like this is a trip I'm only going to go on one time ever with my family. So I want to make it as memorable as I can, because memories are like all you have. Memories and experiences are all you have to talk about with people. That's how you enjoy things with people. You share experiences, share your memories.
Oh,
And
that's-
what drives
agree.
the
I
value
agree.
into those experiences? It's making
Yeah.
sure that everything you're doing is like the best that you can. And I don't mean like the best, that you're necessarily staying at the nicest place you can find, but whatever it is in your like world that is like, oh, this would be really nice, but I don't know if I want to spend the extra $50 or $100. Just shut the fuck up and do it. You're on vacation, like you're there to enjoy yourself.
Just use your
So-
fucking credit card. No, I'm all there with you. I'm all there with you. Like with concerts, I buy the best ticket I can afford, without being like stupid dumb. Like, oh, I don't know. It was like Beyonce. It was like $10,000 VIP, or stand in this, semi VIP club, own bar, bathroom, and you're right in this private stage area for $1,000.
I'm taking that. Yep.
Yeah, I'm taking the $1,000 bucks.
$1,000.
Yeah, right there. It's like we were actually inside of the circle of the stage, and it wasn't crowded. You had so much space. There was a bar. Even Jay-Z and one of the kids showed up. Like it was
Yeah,
just
no, that's
totally
like a
cool.
perfect example of what I'm talking about, right?
Thousand
Like you
bucks,
don't need to
sure.
spend the 10,000 to have the
G's, no.
VIP. Like, the $1,000 one is a VIP enough to give you the experience to have like made that trip valuable,
Yeah,
right?
I
To be
actually
able
went
to go
twice in a
in
row.
and talk
I
about
went
that.
2 nights in a row.
Yeah,
My
so
wife in the same area because my wife's like a fucking mega fan. We actually flew to Stockholm from Rome.
I'm glad you
and
understood what I
went
was saying, because like
twice in a row.
a lot of people when I say that, they're like, well, so where's the line? So you just like pick the most expensive thing? I'm like, no, you still
No,
like
yeah.
everything has value, right? Like there's a price to value. You have to ask yourself, is it worth it, right? Like there are
The
some
best
steaks
ticket
at
you
a
can
restaurant.
afford.
It's the
Yeah,
price to
yeah.
quality ratio.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're like, oh,
yeah,
you could get an A5 for $1,000, or you can get this prime ribeye for 180. You're like,
yeah.
I'll just take the ribeye.
It's.
Mhm.
I also
it's all
noticed
good.
that like if you're like just going on a road trip, then hotels could be like fucking $300 for like absolute garbage. Meanwhile,
Oh,
you
yeah.
can find like a decent hotel in Manhattan for like 200. it's
All right.
it's like
So yeah,
I don't get who it's priced for because there's nobody ever staying in these hotels and they're always overpriced because they're like not.
Calls.
It's like a fucking money laundering scheme.
yeah, but that's like where this like value thing comes from, right? Like because like when you look at or how I apply it to the staying, like when you're on vacation, like the Airbnb, you used to get the value because the price was comparable, oftentimes cheaper than what you were going to pay for the amount of people that were going to stay at the hotel.
Yeah.
And they didn't fuck with you.
Yeah.
Like, it was just like, here's our home, here's the Wi-Fi. If you're staying on a Tuesday, please pull the trash and recycling out.
Yeah.
And that was it. You didn't have anything else. They had a cleaner that would come maybe every 2 days and do shit and clean up the house. They'd tell you what time they're going to be there, and you weren't fucked with. Now it's like you walk in and there's a fucking Bible of rules.
There's a
that you
fucking
have to go
quest
through.
list.
Yeah, I'm sending in. They
20
want
new
IDs
quests.
of my children. Yeah, log out. They got fucking Galaxy and Layer 3 quests that you have to complete.
Jesus Christ. You gotta fucking sign your on-chain credit score to see if you could stay there. You're like, what?
Yeah, and it just became so crazy. I had this one experience where like they were fucking with us about like the instant coffee, and I don't know why, but I was really tired, and it pissed me off so much that they sent me a message about like us not replacing the instant coffee, that I was like, never again will I stay at Airbnb unless
Fucking
it's like,
jackass. It's like $4.
yeah, unless I'm like with a team of people and it's like, then it makes sense for us to like lodge somewhere big. I will never just do it with like me and my family or like me and like a small group, because like what, for $100 more a night, you could get you all individual rooms
Peace of mind.
at a hotel. Peace of mind. People that are polite, at the fucking counter, are calling you sir and bringing you your shit when you need. You know what I mean? Like it's just like, if you're paying for a service, then like you should be getting service.
No, I like hotels, these 2 to 3 day trips, especially like we on that Beyonce fucking thing that we did on the Marty World Tour. It was like 5 days. And I was like, dude, there's this nice ass hotel, right on the water, the Esplanade. It's, perfect. It's like whatever, one of the best small hotels in the world or whatever. There's a fucking restaurant. My wife loves the restaurant downstairs. I don't really care. I'll just go across the street, but she loved the whole fucking experience. It all worked out. So like anything sub 5 days, I'll do the hotel. But if it's just like fuck like Paris for a month, dude, I needed the 2 bedroom, 2 bath thing that we got. The living room and the fucking dining room table and all that shit, so I can at least work and pull out the laptop. I'm not that much of a fucking laptop warrior.
Yeah, I used to be. I'm a bit better now. I used to need it with me everywhere. Now I bring it with me everywhere, but I don't take it out everywhere. It used to be it was an extension of me. But I'm reforming. I'm getting a hold of my life again. For like another month till after the new year,
Yeah.
and we start
Then
running
it's
up again,
DJ
and then
again.
it's yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then I've got 3 more shitters being called Smart Money by Banana Bot.
Fuck yeah. I gotta jump off, guys. I gotta prep for our little spaces later. Got another call.
Yeah, just gonna
Yeah,
say let's
it's
wrap
been
it up.
fun. Been fun.
We
you guys are
got
listening
G-Vol
live-
Greg on.
Marty said it. If you're listening live right now, we'll have G-Vol Greg on from Amber Data on our premium spaces in about an hour and a half?
Hour and 40.
Yeah, an hour and 40
Hour and
minutes.
40. All right. Sorry. Asterisk.
Yeah,
hour and
sorry.
40
Fucking
minutes.
get a clock.
Sorry for the.
Oh, I
technical
downloaded
issues.
that app that you told me to download. That
Clocker?
clock app. Yeah, that thing was dope.
Yeah,
Clocker.
baby,
Oh, yeah.
Clocker.
Use my code at Clocker. Yeah, that thing is legit, dude.
Yeah, never fuck up scheduling again.
I might
Denton,
even
if you don't
commit
have
to
Clocker?
UTC.
Clocker.
As a Mac guy, now that you're
Mackist.
performed.
I only have the iPhone. I still did not get a Mac.
Oh, you
Alright,
didn't.
you're-
I thought you
I started with an iPhone and I'm warming up.
You're fired,
started
bro.
from the iPhone. Now we're in.
I want to get the M3 one, the Space Black one.
Yeah, just don't get the 8 gig RAM one. Okay? Get
Yeah, I'm not.
32.
I'm not doing.
With the did they?
Dude, it's
I've been
insane
so,
that they
like-
still have that as the base, like 8 gigs.
No, it was 16 always for pros. And now this one, they're like, oh, let's do the entry level chip M3 with an 8. And I get it,
Yeah.
Macs are a little more optimized in RAM, but it's just like,
I hate
At
it.
least
I had
16.
8 gigs like 10 years ago.
yeah, at least 16, and now for me, at least 32 if I'm buying anything. At least 32. Just everything runs more seamlessly.
Yeah.
My,
What were you saying, Cozy?
My Mac Studio is a fucking powerhouse. Like it has
200 gigs of RAM. Fucking asshole.
192 gigs of memory.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's like 170, I think, like cores, 70, or I don't know. It's like when you look at the tech specs of it, you're like, what the fuck? Like who?
Yeah, you could buy this.
Like, why do you need? Who needs this thing? I'm like, I'm editing videos.
Just to
I'm a
play Fortnite
content-
on it.
I'm a content creator. Yeah, Fortnite sucks on it. I had to go back to the PS5.
Yeah.
It's more so because you can't download and play it natively from Steam. You have to run it through the NVIDIA GeoForce stuff.
Yeah.
And I was really, really happy with it for a couple days, and then I just started getting like the worst fucking worst connection
Yeah.
and lagging. Yeah, and it's like I'm playing competitive games. I'm not trying to fucking
Fuck
be
around,
beholden to.
fuck it out.
Yeah, I'm not trying to fuck around and find out. I need to be jacked in.
Alrighty, pimps.
Jack
We'll
in
see
to jack
ya.
off.
So jack in and jack out. See you in an hour and a half.
Bye bye.
For the rest of you, just tune in to Eden. We'll see you back on Friday. Later.